My name's Heath Pyatt from Eureka Landscapes. I was the foreman for this project at Petrie Mill. The Petrie Mill project is a PDA. The vision for Petrie Mill was to become a full-service university campus. So that will include development, shopping, and also a data hub. My team were the ones that installed the Stratavault within the project. Shade is a critical element of an urban green space, and tree canopy provides the most aesthetic, pleasing option, and that's why I feel that the Stratavault was installed in this project to ensure that that objective is met.
The objective of the project was to create a long-term, high amenity streetscape for what's going to be the new urban centre for the Moreton Bay region. We were engaged with Moreton Bay Council, and there was a pretty high-profile area for them. So that was important to create something that was quite durable. We collaborated with the civil engineers and managed to create long continuous trenches of Stratavault, and that was really to provide continuous root volume for all the trees that were in pavement areas.
The Stratavault was installed into the verge area, and that's where you're going to maximise your shade, because it's where the end users are going to traverse the site. We also installed the Stratavault concurrently with the services, the electrical, gas and water. This ensured that if there was any conflicts, we were able to navigate them to ensure that the original tree numbers and the spacing was still there. From my experience, compacted soils doesn't promote healthier trees, and it always leads to a disappointing outcome. In this project, we used the Stratavault soil cell, which has uncompacted soil and will let the tree grow to its full potential, so that in turn you have a healthier tree.
Well, I think in our climate here in Southeast Queensland, it's very important that we provide trees the best growing conditions so they can fully mature and provide shade all year round, and therefore creating inviting and livable cities. So we used a mix of species. Some of them were the medium size dense canopy trees, and those responded to more of a pedestrian scale for the streets. So those species were the weeping lily-pillies or the water gum or the harpilias, which is pretty typical streetscape trees. But we also had the larger spreading canopy trees, and the objectives of those were to shade also the carriageways and the road to reduce heat and create a better microclimate.
In our hot urban environments, by providing shade and tree canopy, it will actually entice people to come out of their buildings and have lunch outside. The tree grates absolutely look amazing within the streetscape, and I think the overall outcome looks seamless. The Petrie Mill project is a great example of how local and state governments are able to provide cooling and shading within the hot urban environment.
I think funding is very important to overcome those challenges of climate change. And local authorities and state government hopefully have understood that. In this particular project, Moreton Bay Council have, and they were willing to implement the Stratavault because they understood that it had two objectives, and short term was obviously creating inviting streetscape environment, but long term they understood it was going to create a more livable urban centre for the future generations.
Working with Citygreen has been absolutely amazing. They're great to work with. They provided on-site training, and they also answered any horticultural technical questions. The Stratavault was easy and straightforward to install, and it wasn't as daunting as first thought. The snorkel system was a crucial addition to the design, as it provides much needed oxygen within the Stratavault, and also it's an outlet to provide much needed fertilising and water into the trees.
Citygreen was very helpful and available during the design process. We liaised with them a fair bit, and they were very helpful. I wouldn't hesitate to recommend them for our clients.
I can see the urban soil science being retrospectively installed into our existing hot urban environments, and also implemented within our new urban areas as well, as it is able to replicate the natural environment of a tree through uncompacted soil. If you come back in a couple of years, you'll notice that the canopies would have doubled in size, probably even tripled, and I think it will be due to the Stratavault system.